Good evening, UCDavis Extension student, teachers, staff, family, and friends. My name is Sergio Silva, and I'm from Nicaragua/Colombia, and I would like to welcome you all to the 2012 spring graduation. At the beginning of my studies at UCDavis Extension, Tina talked about something that stuck with me. She talked about carpe diem. Carpe diem is Latin for seize the day, putting as little trust as possible in the future. This life philosophy encourages us to make the most out of our present and to not to let the future distort the joy of the moment. If you seize the moment throughout this experience, then you will probably remember it for life, because the best way to get somewhere is to enjoy the journey. I would like to start by congratulating every student in this room, because I know the effort that each of us has made to be here today. Countless essays and rewrites, long readings, vocabulary logs, Google Translator, and hours in the MRC. Today, you see only the first rewards of your efforts, because this experience, with all the passion and energy that you put into it, will be useful in whatever journey you choose in the future. For some, Extension was a stepping stone for undergraduate or graduate education. For others, the stepping stone for an international job. Or for some, you did it for the sake of bettering yourselves. For me, UCDavis Extension Center was a perfect transition in the fulfillment of my dream. You see, my dream for the past 2 years has been to become part of the University of California in Davis. I came to Extension not knowing if I was going to be accepted, but now I can proudly say that I will be attending UCDavis this fall. And I know that what I learned here has prepared me to compete in the academic field. I have now started to achieve one of my main goals in life. I wish you all the same. Work hard for what you want, and always dream, for only dreams give purpose to our lives. In the future, when you look back to this experience, it is extremely important that you remember that it did not only consist in learning English. This, of course, is the stated purpose of this program, but what we got from it was so much more. From the first day, we started meeting people from all over the world who speak different languages and who represent the values of their culture. And we learned to see each other as friends, even if we sometimes can't understand the way they act, the way they speak, or what they eat. These friends we may never see again, but their true value does not rely on the frequency of our encounters, but on the impact that they have on our lives. And that we will always remember what we learned from them. I even learned how to speak Spanish from 3 different countries. And believe me, they're very different. Many people say Davis is a bubble. Well, people who say that obviously don't know this city where I grew up in. I decided to study English in California for being a liberal and open-minded state. And UCDavis Extension Center has lived up to the expectations I have for a Californian university. These 6 months have opened my mind and sharpened my perspective in ways that I never expected from an English program. And for that, I would like to thank you all teachers, the ones I had and the ones I didn't have, because I wish I had class with all of you, but I only have a few quarters. The passion that you have for your profession truly shows in the quality of your classes and the impact that your classes have on your students. You are without doubt the best and most qualified teachers that I ever had to this day. By valuing and respecting your students' opinion, and you open a communication channel that is essential for education that transcends through our lives. I also want to thank the office, the staffs, and the recreation people for making this place always running, and Thursday will never be the same without ice cream. I also want to give a special thanks to Carrie, because if Carrie can solve your problem in Extension, then probably no one can. To finish, I would like to give you this quote from my favorite writer, J.K. Rowling. In the 2008 Harvard commencement speech, she said, "It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you failed by default." So dear friends and peers, go on with your lives, and may you have a happy and successful future. Thank you very much.
Bye.